Steel Mace 360. See me from the side. So, Steel Mace 360. This is the classic movement that most everybody is aware of when they become introduced to the mace, okay? So, we must start off with, of course, the bracing, okay? You cannot just throw the mace. You have to control it. The main idea is that you want it to be as smooth as possible. You want to try to slow down and minimize the acceleration. So don't sling it, okay? Don't just throw your arms back. We want to stay tight, pack those lats, elbows up, and if anything, you want to pull them forward a bit. Notice my ribs, I pull them in. Think of it as a standing crunch. That's the position that you want to be in, okay? And of course, tuck your belt buckle up. All right, just like that. Feel your glutes squeeze, all right? The tension that you're creating throughout your entire body, from your feet all the way up, is imperative, okay? So, of course, start out with the lift, right? Come to the front hold position, okay? Now, to get used to this, just to introduce yourself to the swing, all right? What we're going to do, I want you to just rest it on your shoulder here, okay? Now, nice and gently, just slide it down your back, all right? Make sure that your hands are low, just like you're patting yourself on the back, all right? A common mistake that beginners make is that the hands are high. Do not do this. I want you to completely relax your elbows. We are relaxed right here, except for, of course, keeping the ribs pulled in and the lats tight, okay? And try to pull your elbows even forward a little bit if you can, okay? If this is difficult, that's all right. If you lack the mobility, it will improve over time, okay? Now, you don't want the mace to touch you, okay? Notice my hands, once again. Hands are at the base of my skull. They do not shift. All right, they stay. Just like the pendulum of a grandfather clock, they stay put right here. Now, I want you to do this. Just get a swing in it. A swing of it, right? Swing with your hips, all right? Notice how my tailbone follows the mace, all right? Notice how I lean from right to left, to right, to left. Notice how my heels dance off the ground, all right? That's all I'm doing here. My hands stay still. They stay right at the base of my skull. And I swing, and I swing, and I swing. I want you to keep swinging it until you get horizontal. Horizontal right here. Lift. Use your triceps and lift, and lift. And when you feel ready, then you simply pull. And we always come to the front hold position, hands at the belly button. Okay? So, right there, notice that I'm leaning. Okay? But I'm not just leaning, I'm crunching. See that? I turn and I crunch, all right? My face is literally looking from right to left, to right, to left, okay? We're not just standing still. Your body is actually rotating on an axis, okay? I turn, I look to the right, I look to the left, look to the right, look to the left. I give it a good crunch. Feel it in your obliques, okay? This is a fantastic core exercise as well as your upper back, triceps, grip, hips, many things being worked here, okay? But that's what you want to do. You want to find your hips. Because as you turn, you'll notice that you're putting your hips into it. For anyone who's involved in wrestling, judo, all right? Any sort of martial arts that requires throwing, it's the same motion, okay? This is why this is one of the main tools of exercise for Indian Desi wrestlers, okay? So, once you get a hang of the backswing, remember, hands low, elbows high, crunch in, give it a swing, follow with the hips. Follow with the hips. You really want to use your hips. Get horizontal, horizontal. Lift the hands as you come up. Lift the hands, keep tight in your lats, and then pull, okay? Now, starting from the front, okay? I'm going to turn to the right, and I'm going to come over the left shoulder, the opposite shoulder here. So I turn to the right, then come over the left. Keep your hands as tight to the body as possible. Okay, once again, pull your ribs in, tuck your hips, squeeze your glutes. I'm going to turn to the right, over the left shoulder, turn to the left, all right? So, real quick, in fact, let me demonstrate with simply a stick. What we're trying to do here, once you're nice and braced, all right, I'm going to turn slightly to the right, okay? And I just mean slightly, all right? Not all the way, but maybe about like 10 degrees. I'm going to go over the opposite shoulder, the left shoulder. Boom, all right? Hands don't stay in the middle. They actually go opposite of the top. See that? So they don't do this. Hands go opposite. All right, comb over the head. They go straight over the top of the head, all right? And I want you to pat yourself on the back before the swing begins. So you got to get there quickly. Boom. And then we swing. Now I'm turning to the left, and I pull over the right shoulder. Okay? So turn slightly to the right, comb over. Turn slightly to the left, pull over. Slightly to the right, comb over. Slightly to the left, pull over. Okay? Be sure hands, once again, hands must be all the way down. If you keep them up here, it will put excessive strain on your elbows. Okay? Also, it will limit your strength because the triceps, these muscles right here, are some of the main movers of this movement. All right? And you're limiting their ability if you have your hands extended or your arms extended. They must be all the way down so that way they can all the way extend. And of course, when you do come to that extension, I want you to think of a tricep extension with a lat pull down at the same time. So hands up and over. Okay? Once again, you want to keep your hands revolving as close to the body as you can without touching it. Okay? So don't be all out here. All right? Keep it tight to the body. Final thing is the breathing. Be sure. Inhale back, exhale forward. Try to do it just through the nose. So feel your rib cage expand as you come back and open up your heart, open up your lungs as you inhale. And of course, keep the movement even. Swap hands. Now you're left over right. Top hand points in the direction that we go. Control that momentum. Don't let it throw you. Don't sling it. Stay tight. Be as smooth as possible. And that's the Steel Mace 360.